What's up guys, it's me Viltro and this will be One Piece chapter 1064 review. And it's a bit crazy that we are already this far into the series. The 1000, is already like kind of crazy, but it's 64 on top, right? And this is going to be one of the longest running mangas ever, so let's begin. On the cover page we see Vanagur and Kusan, and they took Pudding with him as hostage after we saw previously they attacked Whole Cake Island and took down Cracker. So it's something really weird about this is we've never seen the cover page immediately impact the story like this. Like in the same chapter, spoilers, we are sticking with the law. Some people were probably thinking that we would jump back, in typical Oda style. We left guessing what's going to happen, but this time he stayed true to his calling and actually showed us what's going to happen. Immediately, there's some trash talk, and Law cuts like the amputate attack, and of course he doesn't hit Blackbeard and he doesn't hit Doc Q, but he hits stronger, that they were riding on, and the Pegasus is cut in half and it's like falling down. Like Doc Q thinks he died, but it's obviously Law's power, so he's just cut to pieces. He's still fine. While he's falling, Blackbeard actually uses a Gura Gura attack, called Quake Crash, and it's like a shockwave. It's similar to like what Sengoku used against him in Marineford actually. It reminded me of that. So that does not seem to be very effective though, because even the like Fodder and Law's crew, like all of them seem to resist it. Like some of them fall to their knees, but they are still fine, in general. At the same time that's happening, Doc Q also drops his apple bomb things towards all of them, and there's a very unlikely hero. It's the first time, because you would expect the Law to counter them, right? Because it's the Heart Pirates, they're kind of useless. But Sachi jumps in the water and shoots a water gun from his mouth, and it just makes them explode in the air. Sachi is a water user. I think he's pretty effective. This is a pretty good chance for them to shine, because they fight in the ocean and they are against Devil Fruit users that are extremely incapable of fighting in the ocean. So Blackbeard took some fodder on his ship and he has Pudding there too, but it doesn't really matter. Those people are not going to matter, they are not going to save anyone, theirs is going to be fodder. All of the important characters Blackbeard has are going to fall in the ocean and die. So the Heart Pirates have a really big advantage here. And by the way, based on how he's expanding and how they're talking about being good swimmers and being from the north, I feel maybe they are half fishmen or fishmen in general, because their eyes are always hidden, so maybe they have fish eyes or something. I mean, the water technique is very similar to the fishman karate stuff that we've seen before, when Arlong uses it, and Arlong even had a crew member that did the same water cannon thing, but obviously a lot weaker. So we also see what the other Heart Pirates can do. So Sachi and Penguin are the underwater assault squad. Beppo seems to be the lookout. He's very aware of his surroundings and he's able to notice Vanagur shooting and tells Chambara to get in the right direction to block for Law, so that he doesn't have to dodge or block or something. So Law can start his attack, in peace. Law uses his awakening and Shockwille and throws it at Blackbeard, and it goes through him like it went with Big Mom, and then he does the explosion everywhere, and Blackbeard seems really damaged by it. I wasn't expecting him to be taking this much damage, to be honest, but I guess it's because his Devil Fruit makes him feel more pain, so maybe he didn't actually take that much damage, but it feels like he's dying. Also, it seems that Blackbeard did not know what Law's powers would be. He went in expecting him to be a lot weaker, or have, maybe he just knew parts of it. Oh, I have Haki, I can defend against him. So he wasn't expecting them to work at all. So he's actually feeling the pain from it. Shockwille is an extremely cool attack. I wonder about how they are going to do it in the anime. Is his sword going to extend really fast or slowly? If they do it slowly, why don't the other people evade them? Like does he somehow like redirect it or something? So while Blackbeard is falling down, Van Augur teleports there because he was, he saw that Law, like maybe he needs time to reload. So, oh yeah, and Jan Bart actually like blocked that bullets with his body. So maybe he has armament hacking. I mean, he probably has. Like I know they are kind of shitty, Law's crew of course. But at least, like, I'd hope they can do like armament and observation at least. So I think he can do it. So anyway, Van Augur teleports to Blackbeard and is talking about like, hey Teach, you wanna get the fuck out of here, maybe we made a mistake. And he's complaining about how this is what happens when you don't go in without a plan. Like Blackbeard obviously like he was thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to attack Law, take his poneglyph rubbing thing. But he didn't have any plans on how he's going to do that. Like Blackbeard seems very stupid and very like smart at the same time. Like sometimes he makes like insane plans, and sometimes he just does not have a plan at all, even though he really should have. Like I would expect Luffy to have some kind of a plan in that situation. I feel like maybe he has like split personalities. Like it's a very popular theory. Like sometimes he's stupid, sometimes he's smart. Anyway, Van Augur asked Blackbeard if he wanted to like get out, and Blackbeard has a very huge ego, and I think he knows that he didn't take that much damage. So he says, no, I want to continue, and like starts the say ha 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 laugh. So he lands to the ground and is looking like super heavy, like like really fat. So then we see like a very cool like page of them staring at each other, where Law is like holding his weapon in front and then keeping the like room on the side like this, like swirling it around. Like in a way we haven't seen in a really long time, and he's like, leading back, like he's looking really dapper. Meanwhile Blackbeard is looking kind of menacing, to be honest. And like his coat is like really big. Yeah, he's like huffing and puffing and zehahahing at the same time. Then like they have some smack talk, and Law asks him why doesn't he think that it's kind of bad to have so many Devil Fruit users on the same crew, because like yeah, if you fall into the water you're kind of fucked, and like Blackbeard thinks it's not a problem, the powers are so useful, like they're so strong, so whatever. So then we got to Pudding, who's actually on the ship, and first the fodder are talking about, oh no, the ship is going to capsize, they are going to take us out, or something like that. I don't think they are going to, because I mean, such young penguin, I don't expect them to be like the driving cause for victory or anything, but yeah. We see some like pretty interesting information, like the Blackbeard pirates, like the fodder, think that Big Mom died, like they've heard of it. They heard that she was defeated, and they're like teasing Pudding about like, oh, you're going to be saved by the person that killed your mother. And Pudding is like saying like, if Mama was here, you wouldn't be like doing this, you'd be like crying basically. She's not sure if Big Mom died or not, she's just assuming that she didn't die. So then we quickly snap back to Law and Blackbeard fighting, and they are engaging in like a struggle, where Law is pushing the sword down, and Blackbeard is using his fist, to block it or something. Like Law is extending the sword really far, like 5 meters, 10 meters, with his awakening. So after that we see Blackbeard using Black Vortex, and like Law looks like really shocked, and I feel like this is where the fight is going to turn a bit, because like, I mean, I don't think he's going to make it like Ace, like Law is not going to die, but like maybe it's going to be like, very similar. He's going to like suck him in, defeat him. I don't think he's going to take his Devil Fruit. I don't see that happening. But if he does take the Devil Fruit, I don't think Law is going to die, because we heard somewhere that. And I don't think Law is going to die, because we saw that when you get the Devil Fruit stolen from you, that you don't necessarily die. I don't remember where it was like given the connotation. Maybe it was bad translations, but I got the understanding of that anyway. I don't think anyone's going to come help Law. We already have that happen in the previous chapters with Boa So it's going to be something different this time. Maybe he can escape. That would be pretty good. Like, I don't really want my favorite character to be taken out of the story. That would be a bit, sad. I'll need to pick a new favorite character. Maybe it will be Suleiman the Beheader that I made the video previously on. That's going to be my new favorite. It's going to replace him. Then we see like an obligatory one panel of Akainu, like just reacting to what's happening. He's like frustrated that he can't really do anything about their fight. And we find out that Law and Blackbeard are fighting on Winner Island. So someone's going to win, I guess. Okay, so that's it for the scene. We are now jumping back to Luffy's group. Like, they are just sitting there talking. Like, Bonnie used her power to turn all of them old and young, because she was like really surprised. And Jinbei is like roasting her, like not roasting her specifically, but talking about her father in like a very disrespectful way, like calling him a tyrant and saying like he was forced out by the people, he was forced to become a pirate, and then he joined the revolutionaries, was captured, got sent into prison. Basically he was given a chance by Vegapunk, and now he's a living weapon without a brain. Bonnie mentions that it's not true, like it's just some kind of government propaganda. He was a benevolent king, and he hated the word government above all else. Bonnie also thinks Vegapunk is just a murderer. He's not no scientist. I mean, obviously he is a scientist, but you know, like kind of understandable, because I mean, he killed her father. Oh yeah, and I don't know if it was revealed previously or not, but Kuma is Bonnie's father. You see like a panel of him. So she mentions that like no one would willingly get turned into like a cyborg. So Vegapunk must have had something on him to force him for that. Maybe she was hostage, but I don't think that's the case. I think Bonnie would know about that. Maybe it was something else. And Jinbei finishes the discussion off with like a, okay, but I wonder what kind of a crime he committed to get the life sentence. And like Bonnie gets really mad about that. Like, no, my father is not evil. My father's a good man. In her rage, like Bonnie uses like a beam saber, a lightsaber that she found on the ground, and it's like it melts through the ground a bit. Like, it's apparently like Vegapunk's trash, but even the trash from him is like super advanced. Anyway, that's for that scene, and then we jump to the other group with the Zoro and guys, and they are flying up in the like giant robot, like being held in there, and the Sunny is there too, like they are on the Sunny. And once they land, like they also get like a change of clothes, you know. I guess these are like the Ark's clothes, but I hope Oda changes the boots somehow, because the boots are really ugly. I think they are kind of bothering me. So anyway, Sanji gets the Hawaiian shirt treatment that Jinbei got, but on him it looks a bit worse. Nami and Robin get their usual like sexy outfit without enough cover, and Usopp gets like a really lame, like he kind of looks like one of the hard pirates, to be honest. If we are sticking with these clothes, I gotta say like these are definitely not my favorite outfits ever, but now it's a scientific rank, so they gotta be in scientific gear, right? So Vegapunk is like giving them a tour, at the same time like talking to them, and we see that he has managed to make the island clouds successfully, and they are walking on them. Like he managed to alter the climate or whatever to make it possible on the ground. At the end of the chapter we also see like Vegapunk talking to Dragon, so we finally know that they have some kind of a relation as well, and he's saying that he knows that he's going to die. So basically we know that he's related to Dragon somehow. He knows that someone is after him, or maybe something else, but probably. And like, well, how does he know that? So what did he do that he knows that the world government knows about, that they would want to get him executed for, like someone who's that important? Like the CP0, when they were going there, they were like super confused because why are we executing the most important man on the planet? Like, what is the meaning of this? What am I assuming next chapter is going to like be? I think we are going to see maybe it has to be. We have to see more of Law. Like, it's such a cliffhanger, but I guess that's what Oda does usually. I just hope we see more of it. And we are definitely going to see more of Luffy's group. He's the main character, he's going to be spotlighted the most. And considering we saw Law suddenly, perhaps we see Kid too, but I don't know, there is not necessarily any reason to show him. Like, something I could see happening is Kid landing on the island where Sabo was previously that him nuked. So maybe we could see them interacting. Because Kid was looking for the man marked by flames. Sabo has the scar and Sabo has the Meranomi, so I think it would make sense if he was looking for Sabo even. So that's what I'm assuming. Oh, it might be Aokiji too. Then in that case, Kid might show up to help Law, but I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, what do you guys think of the chapter? Like and subscribe.